Hey, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 20th episode of Bungou Stray Dogs. If you want to check out our reaction to the 20th episode of Bungou Stray Dogs, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
Oh my god.
That was a really good episode.
That was.
So as it turns out, Kyoka finally wasn't the pinch princess.
Yeah.
For the first time fucking ever.
Epic role reversal there.
No, this time it was...
Well, technically, I guess she was, because she did get captured by the police. Unless she killed all of them. Which is entirely possible.
Well, her mom did deliver that warning. She's about to kill a lot of people. So, she's in the perfect position, too. Superpowered, cornered, bunch of mooks surrounding her.
Although there was the bay in front of her.
There's that. And she didn't kill anyone in her attempts to escape, either. Her normal first instinct would be to cut everyone's heads off. So perhaps a little bit of mastery over her power.
But as we finish off what was happening between Fitzgerald and Atsushi, oh my god. The things that happened in that 5 minutes.
Like after the bit with Kyoka and Atsushi.
But
so we get a lot of different things in that time frame between when it shows Atsushi being captured and when it shows him aboard Moby Dick.
So yeah, we get a good load of introductions to members of the guild this episode,
including Moby Dick.
Well,
Herman Melville.
Herman Melville
can summon Moby Dick.
Oh my god.
Can summon a mobile base that is a submarine and an airship all in one.
And that can turn invisible.
Yeah. That is shaped like a giant whale.
And we are also introduced...
Actually, I may want to point out, I think that's the wrong type of whale. Hang on, let me check.
It does not look anything like a sperm whale.
Yeah.
I really wasn't paying attention about that when we were...
That is a humpback whale, my friend.
Well, some sort of baleen whale, it looks like.
Yeah. We also get introduced...
Yeah.
That's not a sperm whale. Details, guys, but if you're going to turn a whale into a ship, that looks more convincing.
Yeah, it does. It still looks bad.
Saying, if you're going to name it Moby Dick...
Yeah, you gotta respect this source material somewhat.
Anyway, we also saw Mark Twain.
Yep.
He's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, he has an ability called
Tom and Huck.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
And they're mascot characters.
Yeah, they're basically two, I guess, kind of phantoms that hang around him, and he can use them to, I guess, they ride along the bullets
and kind of
guide them and help him be a marksman.
And it's really cool because you see later that aboard Moby Dick they have like specialized shells for them to ride in. It's like specialized artillery shells.
Yeah.
And also
pretty badass.
Yeah, Mark Twain, and his personality is about what I expect for his character actually. Very sarcastic, laid back, easygoing. Like the man himself, really.
Yeah. Then we also see a moment where Q decides that he wants to attack Lovecraft. Unfortunately, he failed to realize that Lovecraft doesn't have any sanity points. You can't make that man go mad.
Hey, mister, show me true madness.
You mean this?
Just that scene, you know, Q standing with a pure aw-shit face on his face in the shadow of Cthulhu itself.
And just screaming his head off like a little pansy girl who just pissed herself.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Oh my god.
As funny as that was, I thought it was absolutely hilarious when Lovecraft tried to make a balloon animal out of his tentacles.
A Dachshund.
Dachshund.
No thanks.
Oh my god.
Then we also get a badass scene where we see Q being held captive in some little cottage thing.
Yeah, since the members of the guild basically got fucked up 5 ways to Sunday by the port mafia, Fitzgerald's had enough, so he's launching the emergency plan, which apparently is to capture Q in Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath,
and then transfer all the pain from all the plants in the city to Q, just so that all the people who hurt all the plants, whether that's trimming the trees,
right?
Or
so yeah, imagine
hitting
getting
the tree trunks,
getting stamped on.
Yeah, getting stepped on. Stepping on the roots. I mean,
I need to look something up here, just for comparison's sake, or just for stats sake.
I actually wanted to. I didn't mention this in the reaction, but something that I wanted to say was Q deserved what happened with him and Cthulhu.
Yeah, that's poking the stick at a bear, right?
I am unsure if he deserves what happened with him and the grapes.
Yeah.
Well, imagine 3.7 million people attacking you. That is the population of Yokohama as of 2016.
Well, technically, they said 20% of the population.
Okay.
Still
a shit
that's
ton
not
of
an
people.
insignificant amount of people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
just assaulting you all at once.
And technically, I mean, it's a lot of little pain. It's like the death of 1,000 cuts.
Wait a minute.
It builds up, and it's
He hit her, or hit him.
Steinbeck. You're right.
Steinbeck hit Q.
With his gift, no less. As well.
Well, he stepped on the root.
Doesn't matter. He hurt him.
Gifts should be connected to people, though, right?
Well, no. I think the point of Steinbeck's, what Steinbeck was doing, was that it wasn't actually his grapes that were doing it. It was plants that he was controlling with his grapes.
He kicked it though.
Yeah, he stepped on one of the roots to prove a point.
So he should have been marked by that curse.
Yeah, he should have.
He should.
Details. That is certainly interesting.
Anyway, back to on board Moby Dick. Inside Monstro, as it were.
Yeah, there we go. And another literary reference. Well done.
But, so F. Scott Fitzgerald reveals his plan to Atsushi.
Yeah.
And Atsushi attempts to give himself and the agency up. And then, of course, F. Scott Fitzgerald is like, oh yeah, we could do that with the survivors. Yeah.
Destroys the doll and activates the curse on everyone afflicted. And, yeah.
It's not pretty.
It is not pretty.
It's still not pretty.
It's exactly what you think it is.
A zombie apocalypse,
Pretty much.
but, worse.
Yeah, except the zombies are actually still intelligent beings that can use weapons.
They're quite mindful. They're not mindless. Much more dangerous.
Yeah.
So there we go. Dead Rising, but, on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah. And then at the time, we also find out that Lucy still works with the guild.
Albeit as a maid because, lost in battle means epic demotion, apparently.
Well, no, it's not necessarily that. It's that her ability, since it's been uncovered and is known by both the guild, or by both the agency and the port mafia, is useless. It's completely useless. So I'm not sure why they were so shitty to her. But basically, they demote her to maid, and then they physically abuse her. Beat her, they stick her with hot pokers.
Evil don't care.
I guess. I guess they're just trying to show that the guild are not nice people. But they've already done a pretty decent job of that.
Are you sure that wasn't a flashback to her past?
I'm pretty sure.
I might have missed that line of text.
It was kind of interlaced, actually, her reality as a maid of the guild and her flashback, because you see a version of, like, a younger looking version of her in some of those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was confusing, but
you get the point, though. I mean,
yeah,
she has a fucked up past and present.
Yeah, Atsushi is taken to a holding cell, so naturally, he probably escapes his maximum security prison.
Well, of course, yeah. You have heart to heart with the one holding the keys, and she activates her dimension.
Technically, she's not even holding the keys. She was just given the doll to dispose of, and Atsushi, says, if I can get this to Dazai, then he can remove the curse. And then they have a little heart to heart about being abused.
And there you go. That's
and then Atsushi adds one to the harem, and she uses her ability to let him jump out of the whale.
do a flip. We totally forgot to do that.
I know. Damn it. Opportunities missed. Anyway, he jumps out of the whale with a parachute and uses that parachute about as stupidly as he can, knowing for a fact that you're about to be shot at from anti-aircraft weapons.
Knowing that ability, from what I've seen of the ability thus far, I wouldn't even have dealt with a parachute. I would have let the ability take care of itself.
Yeah, I probably would have too, but if he was going to use a parachute, he should have waited until, the last moment possible to open it.
But,
you could use it to slow yourself down. I mean, it's still probably going to hurt, and the ability's still going to have to save you. But he opened it, almost halfway down. So he basically, and then he opened it right after he got shot at, too. So he basically goes from being a sitting duck that's moving fast to being a sitting duck that's moving slow.
And you're being... Well, he didn't really know he was being shot at by a expert marksman.
A super powered marksman.
But, yeah.
I'm not actually sure about that, because it's not like it's the first time that he was shot at by him. Though then again, he probably did get knocked out instantly with that first shot, so maybe he doesn't know.
Rubber bullet, and it left a huge... It pretty much covered Kyoka's hand in a welt. So,
and he got shot in the fucking head.
Yeah. So kind of lucky to be alive. He'd be dead if not for his power, I'm sure.
But yeah, then we get a little funny scene with Mark Twain and his ability. Hey, weren't you supposed to keep him alive?
Their gifted can figure it out with it when they find his body.
That
the
face.
Look. I don't know if it was Tom or Hook, but
Tom.
just the Tom.
Just because basically he shot one out. He shot Tom out, and then he sent Huck out in the second bullet. And by the time he sent Huck out, Tom returned. Yeah. So it takes some time for them to come back. But that was fucking hilarious.
I know. I hope we get to see more actually of Mark Twain before the series ends.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
It's too funny.
But yeah, and then we get this nice little heartfelt inner dialogue that Atsushi has as he, gets his parachute ripped out off of him by another shot from the expert marksman. Marksman.
Yeah. That's probably why they gave him that ability, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. I really enjoyed. He was like, I can't do anything. I'm so useless.
Yeah, he had a heart to heart with the tiger.
And then the fucking the rumble
And then you just see the eyes.
I'm like,
And then a little bit later, the face comes in the view. As if to say, no, you're not allowed to die on my watch, boy.
Yeah, I also really like the use of what's his full name? It'd probably help if I played it so that the subtitles show up. But they actually use the real author's a quote from his literary work. Nakajima Atsushi.
from In Light, Wind, and Dreams.
Yep.
The hair may err, but never the blood.
And they use other quotes from his literary works throughout the episode too.
They've probably been using hints of literary works all throughout this series, but we haven't been catching them yet.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like the whole reason for this story to exist.
I'm familiar with the authors, but I'm not super familiar with a lot of classic works.
Yeah.
Like the actual works themselves.
I'm used
so
to...
I could pick out things here and there, especially like the really famous Western ones.
The famous Western ones, obviously.
Or yeah, a lot of those are pretty obvious, but like Moby Dick and Mark Twain and
works of H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, the works of H.P. Lovecraft. The Grapes of Wrath. But, a lot of those are easy, or the Scarlet Letter, or, things like that. For us, I guess those are easy.
But classical Japanese literature, not so much stateside, I'm afraid. I mean, well, some people will probably recognize the Tale of Rashomon. It was a very famous Kira Kurosawa movie starring Toshiro Mifune. Awesome. That's about it, really.
Yeah, the only one that I'm really familiar with is Rumpo.
Rumpo Edogawa.
Yeah, because
we already had an
there's a lot of anime that have come out recently that are based off of some of his works.
Well, we were watching Trickster.
Yeah, so there was Rumpo Kitan, Game of Lapis.
That was fucked up, but
that was really fucked up.
In a lot of points, though, not all of them, obviously, but in a lot of ways, it was fucked up in a really good way.
Yeah. There was Trickster, which is
garbage.
I don't like how they've directed the series, I think, is their biggest problem. And then there's actually one coming out next season that's based off of his works too.
Oh, good
In
God.
fact, I think they're still based off of the Boys Detectives Club.
Actually, I think there was an older series in the 90s. I think it called it exactly that. I think Boys Detectives Club, or I don't know if it's exactly based off his works. I'm trying to remember. Climb School Detectives, I think. Might be. I'll have to do some research on it.
Where were we? Oh yeah, so of course Atsushi lives. Spectacular superhero landing.
His knees were killing him after that.
Not necessarily. He technically landed as the tiger.
I bet his paws are killing him after that.
Yeah, and successfully gets the doll to Dazai. I mean, to cut a long story short, but the majority of that scene was him running away from bullets.
Oh, to be fair, it's really Dazai being awesome.
Yes.
And knowing exactly where Atsushi was going to land after being blown to bits by an oil tanker that got shot up by Mark Twain's anti-air gun.
Not gonna lie, I still call bullshit.
Everything is cool.
I really do. I really did enjoy the that little piece of dialogue that Mark said. This has now become a duel between men, and
he was just slightly off on that.
Yeah, he was slightly off. It was right. It was just
got the wrong guy.
Just got the wrong guy. Because Dazai is one of the excellent puppet masters here.
Damn, like the master strategist. So it's kind of amazing that it seems at least I get the vibe anyway, that he's going to go along with Atsushi's plan. Here's the kicker. To join forces with the Port Mafia.
Bum, bum, bum!
Stay tuned next week.
Oh, by the way, that anime that's coming out next season I guess it's loosely based off the work. It's Cho Shonen Konteidan Neo, which basically follows the grandson of Kobayashi from Edogawa Rampo's Detective Boys series.
Okay.
So it's not directly based off the work, it's loosely based off the work.
But yeah. Atsushi saw a very vital detail while he was falling. The Port Mafia trying to defend the city.
Well, of course, they have a vested interest, I'm sure.
That was the thing that led him to suggesting that they team up with the Port Mafia, because technically, the enemy of my enemy is my friend here.
Mutual interest. They both.
Let's play nice until we can boot these assholes out of our city, and then we can go back to killing.
Killing
each other.
Well, that's actually like the I forgot the gang's name.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I would have done that like right out the gate.
Right when the guild showed up.
Yeah, just be like, hey, we need to get these losers out of here.
But like when the not the most recent earthquakes that just happened, but the earthquakes that happened a couple years ago.
Oh, a real example. Okay.
When that happened, one of the I forgot what the mafia's name in Japan was.
The Yakuza.
The Yakuza, they seized everything, and from what I heard, actually put out a good sum of money to help support the majority of the people who was affected.
Well, it's kind of the thing about a lot of the Yakuza there is that they do support their community a lot of the time.
Well, truth be told, that's how a lot of organized criminal organizations started. Just groups of men who would get together and just try to do good in their community. Supporting businesses, helping people out after a disaster falls or something. But, Mafia in Italy, the Yakuza, Chinese triads, very similar origin stories in that respect.
And that's all we'll say about that.
Pretty much. That's pretty much all I know.
But
I heard that in a news article, and yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yep. There we go. That's all we'll say about that.
Yeah.
That was
and then the whole like the big disasters in Japan, a lot of the times you'll see like the entire country getting together to help out too. I have to say they're a lot better than the U.S. in that regard, for the most part. So
Anyway.
New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the only thing I kept thinking.
I didn't even want to go that route.
Yeah,
I just had to throw in the example that was in our warhead.
Yep. The disaster response for that was horrible, terrible.
Anyway,
Some of the worst ever. But anyway, don't really want to talk about that too much.
But
So.
yeah, that's why Atsushi has decided to attempt to team up with the Port Mafia, and we'll just have like Dazai seems intrigued, certainly.
oh wow, this idiot thought of an idea on his own?
But yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
But awesome episode.
Awesome.
Blown away episode.
Let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this really entertaining episode of Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Clicking on my face if you want to see our talk show, Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face if you want to see Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel. And go ahead and click on the waifu to subscribe and check out our new and improved Patreon page. That's pretty much it.